Welcome back, students. In the earlier video, we have seen how the prince was happy, what are the reasons why he was happy, and now why he is unhappy. He wants to help the people who are suffering, but he cannot move from his place. So he takes the help of the swallow. In last video, I told you that Swallow wanted to go to Egypt, and let's find out what happened to the happy prince and is the swallow ready to help him ahead. Let's read ahead. My friends are waiting for me, answered the bird. Far away across the city, said the prince, I can see a young writer in a little room at the top of a house. He is sitting at a table that is covered with papers. At his side, there are some dead flowers. He is trying to finish a story, but he is very cold and he cannot write. There is no fire in the room and he is weak and hungry. I will wait for you for one more night, said the swallow kindly. What shall I take to him? Take him one of my eyes, said the prince. They are made of beautiful blue stones. The young man can sell it and buy wood and food. He can finish his story. Take out your eye, dear prince, said the swallow. I cannot do that. And he began to cry. Do it, said the prince. So the swallow took out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's room. It was easy to get in because there was a hole in the roof. The young man was sitting with his head in his hands, so he did not hear the bird's wings. When he looked up, a beautiful blue jewel was lying on the dead flowers. Someone likes my stories, he cried happily. This is a gift from someone who has read my books. Now I can finish writing this story. So you see here the swallow has decided that he will stay one more night with the prince. And then the prince can see a writer who is writing a story but is in a very poor condition. And he does not have firewood, he does not have food, he is weak and hungry. So, even again, his compassionate nature makes him say to swallow that take out one of my eyes. The eyes of the happy prince are made out of blue stones. They are precious. So he says, take one of the blue stones and give it to the writer so that he can buy firewood, he can buy food, and then he can continue his story when he will have energy. The swallow really feels bad for this and starts crying. But the prince insists, says, take the blue jewel and give it to the writer. So you see, the happy prince is very, very kind. And even the swallow is very kind because he follows the words of the happy prince and takes away the blue jewel and give it to the young man. When he enters the young man's house, he enters through roof. There is a hole in it. So you see, there is the house is also not in good shape. And he is in such bad shape that he is having his head in his hand, out of despair. Out of despair. When he gets up, he sees a blue, beautiful jewel and he feels that, okay, someone likes his stories. He feels that someone who enjoys and admires the stories that he writes has given him the gift of blue jewel. So he's happy and he gets the energy. Just by seeing the blue jewel, he gets the energy to further finish his book. So he is happy and decides to finish his book. Let's read ahead and find out what happens in the story further. On the next day, the swallow flew down to the river. He watched the seamen working on the ships. I am going to Egypt, he cried, but no one listened to him. When the moon came, he flew back to the happy prince. I have come to say goodbye to you, he said. Little bird, said the prince, please, will you stay with me for one more night? It is winter, answered the swallow. The snow will soon come. In Egypt the sun is warm and the trees are green. Dear prince, I must leave you, but I will never forget you. So you see here we can see that the bird is all ready to say goodbye to the prince because it's very, very cold in the city and he wants to go and join his friends in Egypt. Now why does he want to go to Egypt? Because there he says that it will be warm and the trees will be green. So here in this cold climate he doesn't want to continue. He says, today I am going to say goodbye to you. And we can see that prince is again requesting him to stay one more night with him. Here he says that I will leave you. The bird says, I will leave you, but I will never forget you. Why? Why cannot he forget the prince? Because the prince is very, very kind. His kind nature will not make the swallow forget him. Now let's read ahead. A little girl is standing there in the square below. She is selling eggs. Her eggs have fallen on the ground and they are broken. She has no money to take home. Her father will hit her. Take out my other eye and give it to her. I will stay with you for one more night, said the swallow. But I cannot take out your other eye. You will not be able to see. Do it, said the prince. So the swallow took out the prince's other eye and flew down with it. He flew to the girl and put the jewel in her hand. This is a beautiful piece of glass, cried the little girl. She ran home laughing. Then the swallow flew back to the prince. You cannot see now, he said, so I will stay with you. So we can understand how kind and compassionate the happy prince is. He has got only one eye left, in which precious stone is there. Still he feels bad for the little girl who is standing and whose eggs have fallen down, and because she will get beaten by her father, he tells the swallow to take out the other eye also and give the precious stone to the girl so that she can give it to her father. Now here we can see that happy prince is also kind, and even the swallow is kind, because when he comes to know that now the happy prince cannot see anything, he gives assurance to the happy prince that I will stay with you. So you see, both of them are fine examples of souls who are having a kind and compassionate nature. So students, up till now we have seen 3 acts of kindness from happy prince and swallow. Happy prince telling the swallow to help, and swallow taking the precious stones and helping the people as advised by the happy prince. First the mother, then the writer, and now the little girl. Now let's see further what happens. No, said the poor prince, you must go to Egypt. I will stay with you, repeated the swallow, and he slept at the prince's feet. The next day he stayed with the prince. He told the prince stories about strange lands that he knew. Dear little bird, said the prince, you are telling me about strange and wonderful things, but the suffering of men and women is stranger than anything. Fly over my city, little bird, tell me what you see there. So the swallow flew over the great city. He saw the poor people sitting at the gate. He flew into the dark streets and saw the white faces of hungry children with sad eyes. Under a bridge, 2 little boys were lying close together to keep warm. We are so hungry, they said. You cannot lie there, shouted a guard. Then the swallow flew back and told the prince. I am covered with fine gold, said the prince. Take it off, piece by piece, and give it to my poor people. The swallow pulled off the gold until the happy prince looked grey and ugly. The swallow took the gold to the poor, and the children's faces became brighter. So you see, we can conclude that the happy prince is not at all selfish. He is very selfless. The swallow actually is not ready to go to Egypt. He says, I will stay here with you. But prince says, you go, no problem. Anyway, swallow is also a kind-hearted bird. So he stays and then goes on telling stories of, different lands that he has visited, which are very strange, unusual. But the prince says, rather than these stories, tell me the suffering of my people in the city. So the swallow flies over the city and tells what is happening in the city. He can see poor people sitting at the gate, then in the dark streets, hungry children. Then a specific instance is mentioned where two little boys are lying close to each other because they want to keep warm. They are hungry and a guard is shouting at them. So listening to all these stories, the prince says that I have got fine gold on my body. Take it off piece by piece. He is not worried, and he doesn't want all that shine and shiny body and all. He says, give it to my poor people. So, following his orders or following his words, swallow takes off the gold piece by piece and gives it to poor people. As they receive the help, their faces become bright. And here the prince starts looking grey and ugly, because now all the gold that was covering his body, the body of the statue, is gone. Let's read ahead. We have bread now, they cried. Then the snow came. Ice followed the snow and hung down from the roofs of the houses. Everyone wore thick coats. The little swallow became colder. He did not leave the prince because he loved him very much, but he was dying. Goodbye, dear prince, he said. I am glad that you are going to Egypt, said the prince. You have stayed too long. I am not going to Egypt, said the swallow. I am going to the house of God. It fell down dead at his feet. Then there was a strange sound inside the statue. Crack! The metal heart broke into 2 pieces. The first line of this page makes it clear that because of the help from the happy prince, the children have got food to eat now. They are saying they have got bread now. Now it's winter and snow hardens and turns into ice. And people start wearing thick coats and all. But for the little swallow, there is nothing of the sort. It's too cold for him because he has not gone to a warm place such as Egypt, where he was actually supposed to. And he says a final goodbye to the prince and falls dead at the feet of the prince. He says he is going to the house of God. When he dies, there is a crack inside the statue. Why this happens? Because the happy prince has seen many unhappy people, but here he is too broken. This is a big blow. The bird has been very good with the happy prince. He has done whatever happy prince said. So when he dies, it's a big blow to the happy prince, and because of that sorrow, because of that grief, the heart breaks into 2 pieces. Early next morning, an important man in the city was walking below with 2 of his friends. He looked up at the statue. The happy prince does not look very bright, he said. The red stone has disappeared. His eyes are not there, and he is not golden. He looks like a beggar. Yes, he does, said the man's friends. Here is a dead swallow at his feet, said the officer. We must make an order that birds cannot die here. They pulled down the statue of the happy prince and put it in the fire. A stream of bright metal ran out. This is strange, said the workmen. This broken piece in the middle of the statue has stayed hard. We must throw it away. So they threw it away with the dead bird. God said to his servants, bring me the 2 best things in the city. They brought him the broken heart and the dead bird. Yes, you have brought the right things, God said. This little swallow will sing forever in my garden, and the happy prince will stand in my city of gold. So now we have come to the end of the chapter, my dear students. The next morning, an important man is walking and he finds that the prince actually does not look very bright. The statue is devoid of all the precious stones and the gold pieces are gone. So he says, pull it down and put it in fire to be melted as metal. But when they put it in fire, one thing does not melt. Can you imagine what is that? That thing is his heart. His heart, which is kind, his heart, which is good, does not melt. The workmen are surprised. How come this part of his body has not melted? That part of the statue has remained hard. So they threw it with the dead bird. And God has asked his servants to bring two best things in the city to him. Now they take the swallow and the happy prince. A happy prince's heart. Do you think they have done the right thing? I think yes. They were considered as precious because both the happy prince and swallow were very kind, generous and selfless. You know, even happy prince, even if he was dead, he could see the suffering. And the swallow sacrificed his trip to Egypt and continued to stay with the prince as a messenger, taking, precious stones and gold to the needy people and making them happy. Actually, the swallow could have left, but once he realized that the prince was blind and needed help, he stayed. So you see, both of them have done really good things, and hence it was just the right thing done by the God's men to take the dead bird and the broken heart of happy prince as two best things in the city. That is the end of the chapter, my dears. I hope you have understood the content of the chapter. In the next session, we'll see the questions on the chapter.